Michael Latta, Taylor Chorney, Stanislav Galiev. I'm having trouble reading here. I'm getting old. Sean Collins and Chandler Stevenson down there. Braden Holtby got the most wins in the NHL among goalies right now with 15. And Philip Grubauer hasn't done too bad. He's, goals allowed 2.7. I'm not saying, percentage 900. A very high quality goalie is gonna have about a 9-10 save percentage or above over an extended period of time. All right, so Holtby right now for this season is 926. He's doing awesome. Grubauer's 900, so he's stopping 9 out of 10 shots. That's good. That's NHL quality, but he could do better. So that also depends on the defense you're playing with and whether or not they know your moves, how you puck handle, things of that nature. So there are many factors that can come into play on how a goalie is performing that we don't talk much about. But we will be talking about that this year, you betcha. Okay, so 30 minutes have gone by. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to cut me off or not. I don't think it will. No, it's still going. Yeah, so I guess I have my full length on this show. That means we can go up to 5 hours recorded, or we could actually do 24/7 unrecorded. So, no big deal. Let's go ahead and pull up NHL news real quick. We'll run through that with you. A little bit of drama going on throughout the league. You know, my favorite goaltender in the league a few years back was Semyon Varlamov, and allegations started about him kicking his girlfriend in the chest. And I know some people think this bothers me, automatically think he's guilty. You can't think of any reason why she might have lied or why this might have been a story that was made up. Why don't you wait till the court hearing and see what they decide? It was a criminal court hearing from what I understand. I don't know the result of it, but I do know he's still playing, so my guess is he was not guilty or whatever. But, I mean, that's just kind of weird to kick a girl in the chest. I wonder what kind of attack she was bringing on him. You know, goalies kick everything. I mean, look at Holtby on the kick-out saves. You know he's running that toe into people. If he had used that toe against Ray Emery last year, Ray Emery would still be in a hospital bed. Use the toe, Holtby. Don't let Ray Emery beat up on you. Patrick Kane scoring streak, best by American-born player for Hawks. Yeah, we know. Yeah, here we go. NHL.com English news. One of the things you got to watch out for on a lot of these commentators in the NHL, it bugs the shit out of me. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the biases right now. Canadian hosts tend to favor only Canadian players. Americans, they're baseball players. Europeans don't like them. So that bothers me a little. Okay, Canada, you came up with the official game of hockey. Got it. But it doesn't belong to you. And you know what? If the Olympics were any indicator, then we're well aware that you're not the best hockey players in the world. You draw from a talented pool, but so do a lot of other countries. So let's call hockey what it is, everybody's sport, and just call the best players the best players. You know, when I watch the way a Don Cherry picks on an Alex Ovechkin and other European players, especially Russian players, it bugs the shit out of me. Do you know how many Russian captains are in the NHL right now? You have any idea? 30 teams. How many Russian captains in the NHL? This is probably going to shock you, but one. There's only one. And that's ours. That's Alexander Ovechkin. Well, you just go ahead and give your guess as to why that is. I'll let you go with that. Maybe you want to do some research. Maple Leafs goalie Sparks to start Monday. Good for him. Around the league, Panthers rally past Red Wings. The Wings were in third. I think they slipped to fourth in their division. Let's see. Gabrick Kings rally over Blackhawks. Kings are doing good. Phil Nova Scotia, don't care about that. Kane breaks record for American-born point streak. So right now, Patrick Kane, he scored in the first period, set the point streak record by an American-born player with a point in his 19th straight game. That's a pretty big deal. But as you know, Kane's going through some legal stuff himself. Heard from a person who used to be a friend recently that there's a cocaine problem in the NHL. I didn't know about this, and I haven't looked deeply into it, but you know, if the enforcement comes down and a bunch of guys are suspended from the league, well, they're going to feel like dumbasses. So don't do it. Don't do it, pro athletes. What the fuck are you doing snorting coke? That's gangster shit, man. Play your game. You can snort coke after you retire. You can just fucking get mountains of coke. Hey, hello to my little friend. But it's a hockey stick, which is cool. I could see that. Yeah, do the coke after you retire. Canadians Price to have test on leg injury report. Price was the most dominant goalie this first chunk of the season, and he was injured. Let's see. Expected to have further test Monday. Okay, so Sportsnet also said the Canadian said reports that Price would be out for at least a month were erroneous. So they're saying he's going to be back sooner than that. I don't know what the deal is on his injury. I didn't see that game. Been meaning to watch it. One great thing about NHL Game Center Live is that you can watch games from any date of the season. But what I don't like is the regional blackouts. For example, so I'm out in the West here. I'm nowhere near Washington, D.C. right now, nor am I anywhere near Toronto. Nor was this a nationally televised game. Yet I could not watch, legally, the Toronto versus Caps game on NHL Game Center Live. Something you pay $150 bucks for, and I can't watch that game? You know, it just bugs me. It really gets on my nerves. I mean, I understand an Arizona game or a Dallas game, but god damn it. You know, fuck that. Campbell, yeah, we know about that. Wings rookie Larkin scores 10th goal. That Larkin he's fucking hot this year. You got to admit for a D. Oh, he is a wing. I thought he was a D guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the other guy that has a similar name. Leafs goalie Sparks, we know that. Hawks Kane. 12 predictions. Yeah, you can look it up on NHL News. Rangers Lundqvist early leader for Hart Trophy. Well, that could change any time. An injury could take that away. New York Rangers Stepan out indefinitely with broken ribs. Had surprised to have tests. Yeah, Oilers McDavid progressing ahead of schedule. I believe he has a broken clavicle. I was watching that game when he broke that. Must be a pretty tough dude, because when he got up off the ice after he went into the boards really hard and fast, he just he was holding his shoulder, but he just skated off. Didn't have a pain look on his face or anything. And you know, you snap your collarbone in half, that should elicit some kind of pain response. So, you know, Connor McDavid is the big name in NHL hockey right now. All the skills. I mean, if I had to compare him to a couple of players, I'd probably take three players. Let's put a Pavel Datsyuk in with a Wayne Gretzky, and then put that together with maybe some Pavel Bure speed. And he's got those kind of skills. He's really good. I hope he's big enough. I don't know. You know, Johnny Hockey's not that big either, but he's making it. Johnny Gaudreau. So maybe size isn't everything, but I hate to see small players go in, because I know that fucking crunch is coming. When the Bufflin hits or something like that's going to put them out. NHL, your Washington Capitals, this is the first show of the season. We're talking about a little bit of everything and a whole lot of nothing all at once. It is a fan-driven show, meaning we may not always be perfectly correct, but we're going to be talking about the team that we love, and that's really all that matters right now. Now, because my friend Guy Shea is about to do a show of his own, and I don't have much more to talk about tonight, except I just wanted to say congratulations to the Capitals for doing so great. It's a great time to be a Caps fan. I've been with them since the beginning, and had some very dark and sad years. You know, that's just life. But first in the Metro, looking very strong. I'm still seeing a little bit of disorganization on the ice. That's got me a little nervous, because we'll see how it looks halfway through. We're going to see how this looks around February, March. I want to see how the organization looks of the players in the lines. Barry Trotz, coach, doing a lot of line shuffling. I don't really like that, but he's doing what he knows, so that's fine. We need to see more organization. We need players knowing what the other players on his shift are going to do before he moves the puck. That's very important. So I'm seeing a little bit of, well, I did a drop pass, but you were skating the other way, and I skated to the corner and got the puck, but I didn't know what to do with it to keep it deep, and I'm seeing a little bit of that, but we have such offensive firepower and a strong enough D-core that we're hammering teams right now, and that's why we're up there second in the league as far as points and wins goes. Montreal is being a bit supernatural right now, so it may be hard to catch them. My friend Guy Shea is coming on, doing a crazy show. That's not sports related, so I don't want to try to drag you over there, but you should look him up. Guy Shea, Guishea, also on Spreaker. This show that you're hearing now is only on Spreaker, but it will go to YouTube. And whereas my other show, Truth on Tap, goes to Spreaker and iHeart. And it's shared a few other places. I don't know. I don't make any money, so don't expect me to be incredibly motivated to give you a professional product. We just have fun with this. So, yeah, maybe one day I'll make some money. You never know. Depends on how many listeners we get, how popular it gets, how much people enjoy the final product. That's what's going to decide it. Let's talk about announcers for a second before I go. How about Joe B. and Craig Laughlin, Locker? I love Locker. I think if you want to know what I'm thinking, you can know even when you're not listening to this show. Whatever Locker says on TV, I thought 5 seconds before that. I mean, this man gets my ESP or something, or we just look at hockey exactly alike. I think about hockey and the Capitals exactly like Locker thinks about them. Joe B, a little different. He's got more announcing skill than Locker, but he annoys me sometimes, some of the things he says. And when you've been listening to this for a long time, it does start to get under your skin. One example, the bench is begging for the line change. No, Joe. I love you, Joe. But benches don't beg for anything. The teams do what the bench, aka the coaches, say. There's no begging. Please come in for a line change. I know you want to stay out there because you're very excited, but please come. No, it's fucking change now. And you do it. So benches never beg for a line change, ever. Also, when he says, Kuznetsov, looking to create. How do you know he's looking to create? He may be looking to destroy. Maybe destroy a defense. He may be looking to fool, create trickery. Not create. It's not always create. Create what? How do you know? So don't say create, because it's no more important than destroy, trick, change, recreate, destroy twice. I don't know, like, it just bothers me. These things probably don't bother most people, so I'm not going to take you all on a little bitching fest that I'm going to do. But I will give John Tortorella credit, the infamous ex-New York Rangers coach who said, Pittsburgh is whiny. They whine enough for the whole league. Thanks, John. And I'm still sorry about that Caps fan that poured the beer on your head about 5 years ago. That was uncool. That's not like Caps fans. That was very tacky. And frankly, I would have probably bitch smacked that guy if I was sitting next to him for doing that to you, because we're a classy fan base, and I want to keep it that way to the extent that a guy like me can push for such a thing. Yeah, not cool, Caps fan that poured the beer on John Tortorella's head. Don't do that. Now, John Tortorella as a person is a total asshole. He is. He's a total asshole. I would never go to lunch with that motherfucker. But as a coach, he does his job. And he certainly doesn't deserve to have beer poured on his head, you fucking idiot. Take that goddamn Ovechkin jersey off, fan. You don't get that. Put on a Philly jersey now. Now, that's how I expect you to act. See the difference? Philly, Washington. Yeah, it's a difference. All right, so you've heard the first Caps on Tap show. I'm going to be sending Bernie and Christian here to listen to this and see if it is something they want to be a part of this season. If it is not, I understand. It may just be the K-Tap talk, and I expect to get some callers in. I may even push for a Locker call or a Joe B call or even a Barry Trotz call. I might try to get a player on here or there. I'm going to try to get Wes Johnson on. I think he can find 5 minutes to talk to us about what it's like to be front and center of every home Capitals game. That's a big deal. Love Wes Johnson, totally talented, and he's living out his dream right now. I'd love to sit where he sits every game. I sure would. But that's his honor and his honor alone. And if you heard the intro to the show, then you heard a lot of Wes Johnson. If you didn't, I advise you to, after this show's over, just go listen to the first minute again, because you hear Wes at the height of his emotional involvement in a hockey game. It's a beautiful thing. I want to thank you guys for listening to the first maiden voyage Caps on Tap show. Capitals on Tap, Caps on Tap. It's Caps on Tap. Yeah, we like to shorten everything. I may just start calling it Cap. Because I'm thinking, what? Cap on tap? Cat on tap? Yeah, don't fuck with me right now. I'm not in the mood. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, and I want to thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy it. This show is going to get fun as the season goes by. We're going to get into the players' lives, into the coaches' lives, into the announcers' lives. We're going to get into the lives of those that are in the NHL or affiliated with it. We'll talk about owners. We'll talk about GMs. We'll talk about assistant coaches, trainers. All of that's coming. But ideally, what this is going to be is how the fans feel about the Washington Capitals as the season moves on. This may be the year, folks. I mean, I'm not seeing the organization I want to see right now, but the talent is certainly there, and it has been for probably 5 of the last 9 years, to take home the cup. The Caps need their first cup. They don't have one yet. This may be the year. I hope so. I'll bet you're hoping so too. And with that, I'm going to say Tijuana, because why not?